Good morning, it's Friday, April 11th. This is Wake Up with KERA News, and I'm Andrew Garcia. This weekend is going to be full of sunshine and warm temperatures in the 70s and 80s, perfect weather for enjoying some time outside. There are many enrichment programs for children with developmental disabilities, but not so many for adults. Coming up, we'll hear about a theater program that's working to fill that gap. But first, the news. The city of Dallas has named Justin Ball as the next Dallas Fire Rescue Chief. The decision comes just a few months after city officials announced a regional search to fill the position after the former chief took a new position as Chief of Public Safety. Ball was the interim chief and said he's honored to take the permanent role. President Trump has backed off from many of his proposed tariffs against U.S. trade partners for the next 90 days. However, the president says he's raising tariffs against China. According to Ray Perryman of economic research company The Perryman Group, the tariffs could cost Texas about 800,000 or 900,000 jobs. Around 500,000 Texans live with an intellectual or developmental disability, like Down syndrome, cerebral palsy, or autism. Special education programs offer enrichment opportunities for students, but those services are much harder to find for adults. KERA arts reporter Marquita Fornoff met one adult who has found a place on stage.
Open voice memos.
Meet Kevin Jackson. He loves music and playing piano, and he plays a musician named Victor Kingsley in Big Heart Theater's new production about a supper club that gets vandalized.
Never know how much I love you. Never know how much I care. When you put your arms around me, I get a fever that's so hard to bear. You give me fever.
Kevin is 29, and finding creative outlets for him is tough, says his mother, Darvitra Parker.
Kevin's needs are unique because he is blind, because he is higher functioning autism. We had challenges finding productive activities for him.
But theater has given him an outlet.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Doing what's right is on the way.
Theater veteran Lisa Lee Schmidt worked with a similar program in Highland Park for 15 years to help fill in the gap in programming for adults with disabilities.
Most kids that have IDD of some form, they're in special education classes. They're going to occupational therapy, they're going to physical therapy, they're in groups, they're riding horses, they're doing all sorts of stuff. But it all falls off when you become an adult.
Even though the program has expanded, some gaps still remain.
So I'm watching this waiting list build up. I'm also noticing that the cast is not racially diverse, and we aren't reaching out into neighborhoods and parts of Dallas that are underserved. And so I was like, well, I need to start my own theater. I need to do it myself. I need to raise some money, and I need to go where they are instead of asking them to come to me.
So last June, she did. It's called Big Heart Theater, and it works on a fast timeline. The cast has 13 rehearsals, including brainstorming sessions, before performing their original work for the first time. To serve more people, Big Heart travels to different community centers, libraries, and theaters around town. This show will be staged at Pleasant Grove Library, and the next production will be at Out Loud Dallas's new facility. Performances aren't always smooth.
Crazy things happen. People, forget costumes or dance steps or lines, or somebody just walks off the stage just because they decided they wanted a Coke. I mean, crazy things happen. But the audience is completely forgiving of that.
Regardless, Schmidt says there's a lot to learn from her actors.
My cast, they're wise, they're compassionate, they're incredibly creative and imaginative, and have so many things to share. about their views of the world, we should be listening to that.
And the performers are ready to share.
All right, guys. Everybody did really great today. Thank you so much. We're back here on Saturday.
For KERA News in Dallas, I'm Marquita Fornoff.
Bye-bye, everybody. And I gotta go.
And then y'all can pretty much stop right there.
Both Dallas Trinity FC and FC Dallas have games this weekend that you should be sure to catch on the pitch. Dallas Trinity is away taking on Spokane Zephyr FC, while FC Dallas takes on Seattle Sounders FC at home. Head to the Latino Cultural Center this weekend to enjoy the Cocina Flamenca Live Festival. Enjoy flamenco music, dancing, and Spanish food. For more information and some other fun things to do, visit kera.org/calendar. Thanks so much for listening to Wake Up with KERA News. I'm your host, Andrew Garcia. This show is produced and edited by Shardae White and Bekah Morr. For more news in your inbox, visit kera.org/wakeup. That's where you can subscribe to the Wake Up with KERA News newsletter and get some good morning vibes from our colleague, Catherine Hobbs. Connect with us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at KERATX. Have a great weekend. We'll see you on Monday.